everybody. Today guys, I'm going to be telling you how to make a simple police vehicle. So basically the first thing you're going to need is a cop car. So for example, I'm going to be using this Crown Victoria V2 by this. Okay, so this is by the Ford Interceptor. He imported it himself from LSPDFR. So if you guys want to go go ahead and use his cars, go for it. But yeah, so there's going to be this texture thing, which what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the texture thing. Sometimes the texture thing won't do there, so we just change it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to smooth plastic. So smooth, like it does not look like there's any scratches on it. And then I'm going to change it to gray. Alright. So basically what you're going to need to do is kind of get your equipment ready, but I'm going to make this nice and easy for you people. I'm going to grab a Talon, Wheeling Talon, size it down to the need. Actually, I don't think a Talon would work there. Alright, so while you're getting equipment, I suggest you search up Blues Emergency Service Pack, but you can just search up Blues Emergency and it'll most likely pop up. Alright, so this huge pack will spawn. Yes, this thing's huge. Has many things that you're going to need to do, to make your car, not to do your car. So yeah. So basically you want to find the stuff you're gonna want. So this is what I'm gonna use for one of my cars. Well, for this car, for example. So you kind of want to start setting it up by placing it down. So the second you kind of place it on where you want it to be, to make your placement a little bit easier and not trying to get things through the window and see if it's all that stuff, what I would do is I would go to your studs, do move, and then do by 5 studs, and then move it back like that. So then you're going to create a part, bring it over here, make sure you're no longer on move 5 studs.
National University is investing $30 million in new scholarships. For 50 years, National University has pioneered achievable higher education. Today, NU offers over 75 100% online degree programs and flexible 4-week class schedules that let you start sooner and finish faster. National University. Classes start monthly. Apply for your scholarship today at nu.edu.
What you're going to do, you're going to go to color, change it to terracotta. My color's not going to pop up, but it's going to be terracotta and neon. Alright, perfect. So now, as you can see, you have your one part done. So second, you're going to duplicate it, bring it over to the side. And then this one's going to be medium blue or royal blue. I cannot find royal blue. Okay, well, people use royal blue a lot. Yeah. So, perfect. So make sure everything is anchored, so you won't have to deal with anything bad in the past. Anything in the future, not the past. Messed up in the past a lot. I'm trying to make these cars, but yeah. So you're gonna go ahead, go to the body of the Crown Victoria, click the plus sign, and then search up model and insert it. Then you're gonna rename this to light bar, and inside that light bar you're going to need a script, which you're gonna delete everything inside of it. You're gonna need a bool value and a remote event. You're gonna name the bool value to on. Alright, so when you named it on, what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab everything. So the 2 parts you added and your equipment. Alright, bring it up to where your light bar is and insert it into your light bar. So you're going to group your equipment rename it to equipment or hardware or anything, any stuff like that. So then you're gonna rename your parts whatever letter you want. So like R1, R2, or F1, F2. It doesn't matter. Okay, as long as you know that part is yeah. So then you're gonna open up your script and then you're gonna start scripting. So you're gonna do main vet. Why isn't that? Main vet equals script dot parent while true do wait, and then you're gonna put 0. Alright, then you do shift enter. By the way, it should be stacked like this. So yeah. And then you're gonna do main dot on dot value equals true, then shift enter again. So it should look like a column like that. Basically, after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do main vet dot r1 dot transparency equals 1. Alright, so now you have that. Now you're going to type the same thing, except instead of R1, it's going to be R2, or however many parts you have. Because in my case, I only have 2, so I'll only have main vet R1 and main vet R2 transparency equals. So. Alright, so then you do shift enter again, do wait 0.1, shift enter, do it a bunch of times, and then do else. So else, shift enter, and then you're going to see your main vet.r1.transparency equals 1, and your main vet.r2.transparency equals 1. So you're going to select both of those. You're going to paste it, and then go down here, and then do end. You're going to do end, and then end. This basically tells the script, hey, we're done, no need to do it again. Okay, yeah. Actually, I believe I messed up. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just make sure that I've done everything correct. Oh, okay, I figured out what I messed up. Oh, I can't spell apparently. Because the script is like weird and I have that from that video I was recording. It's supposed to be main, but okay. Oh, okay, never mind. So what you're gonna do if. I forgot if. So you're gonna do if main. So yeah, it should be if behind the main vet.on.value equals true then, alright? So you're gonna see this. Now you're gonna go where the else is, and then you're gonna do shift enter, so it should look like that. So now you're gonna see R1, you're gonna see main vet.r1.transparency equals 1. Change that 1 at the end to a 0. Then you're gonna copy that little code, bring it down, alright? And then you're gonna see you're gonna see the same thing you saw above it. But except at the end, change that 0 to a 1, and then go to main vet.r2.transparency equals 1, and then change that to a 0. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to click run or click play here, or just one of those. Oh, also I forgot to tell you, make sure your bool value is on. Alright, so as you can see, mine is off because now my lights are actively like flashing or anything. Alright, so let me go to my light bar. Alright, so as you can see, it's flashing back and forth. Perfect. So that's exactly how you need it to go. So now we have that.
At CarMax,
Since now we have that done, what we're going to do is we're going to select all of that,
scroll through 50,000 cars instead of walking
including
the lot,
R1 and R2.
If you want to see how a car smells on the lot before you buy it,
put it
by all means. Hey,
so now it should be on the car.
Want the whole thing to come to
Then
you without
you're
ever
going
leaving
to
home?
select that, duplicate
Compare
it,
how the speakers sound when playing
rotate
your
it so
favorite
it's
mix.
behind like that,
Visit our lot.
and then kind
And
of
if you
bring
want
it
to
to the
browse
back
a
of the
little
car
on the
like
lot and in
this.
select markets have it delivered at home,
So now we're going to start
certainly not
working
stopping.
on the actual like
CarMax,
car
the way it should be.
part thing.
Upwork has the world's largest network of independent professionals.
So the rear,
if you need a UI designer,
is going to be not
a
necessarily
full
hard,
stack developer,
but the rear is where
or a whole
we're
team
going to
of
have to be
designers
scripting a
and
little more.
developers working together.
Hey, you've got the full team here. Myself, Rachel, Adam, Stephanie.
So
Hey, everyone.
How's it going?
try to get your rear Crown Vic part
Upwork
like
has
this,
agencies too, available for 6 weeks or
and
6
you're going to
months.
see it. It's,
When you need in-demand talent on demand, Upwork is
why is my
how.
trunk not? So as you can see, this is how it should look like. So you're going to see a bunch of R2s and stuff. So what you want to do is you want to find the matching one to the rear, so it should look like that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to union. So unioning kind of makes it and turns it into this. So it's not modeled, it's not a group, it's literally like, it counts as one block. So that's how you want yours to be. And then you're going to do the same thing in union booth like that. And then, yeah. So then you're going to move it right there, right click that, and name it to whatever you want. We'll just name this B1 for back one. We'll copy this. And then B2. Oh gosh, I messed up. B2. So as you can see, it's like that now. So we'll go to main the script, duplicate it, and then go into here, and then basically change all the R's to B to B's. Like that. But say we want them to flash, alright? So if you guys want them to flash, this is how I know how to make them flash. You copy this script right here. You're gonna copy it, paste it, and then change the 0 to a 1 like that. And you copy the same script up here, paste it down like that. Alright, so then you're going to do the same thing for the second part. Like that. It should be good. So now I believe if we click run, it should work perfectly fine for us. Oh gosh. Okay, so if this happens, so say that, okay, so this may be a problem. Let me, light bar. Alright, so you see that it's not flashing like that. It could be because this isn't smooth plastic. Yeah, so you see, you want to make sure your glass is smooth plastic so it shines through, because sometimes your terracotta or your blue won't go. So you see, now it is in fact flashing. That's what we want. And then it should be working for the front too. Yep, perfect. Alright, so basically now what you want is your car to have your taillights or your headlights to go flash back and forth. So that's what you want to do. You want to go down until you find, so let's do the front headlights first. Until you find a headlight. You're going to find a headlight, and then you're going to open headlight, open that, and then click G1. So you're going to open G1, and you're going to see HH or whatever it is. So find your headlights, duplicate them, and change this to 0 so you know how they look like. Then go down, put it into your light bar, alright, and then you can either rename them to H1 or W1 or T1, whatever you want to name it, just name it. Alright, and then you're going to duplicate the script again, alright, but say this time, let's see, say this time you want both of them to flash at the same exact time, and then continue to go back and forth. So let's do that real quick. So we're gonna make them go back and forth like this. I believe we're having troubles here. Let me fix it real quick. Oh, I know exactly why, because we never changed these to H1 and H2. So yeah, I forgot to say you have to change these to H1 and H2 or it just will not work. Alright, so now it should be working. We'll move that over there, I'll move this right. Oh, it's not what I want to do. Or that, oh, that explorer just, I'm gonna do it wrong. Delete both of these real quick. Alright, you see it's flashing back and forth. Alright, see? Now that's what we want. Alright, so now this is how you make them flash both at this is how you make them both flash at the same time. You're going to highlight this. Make sure both of the things at the after transparency are ones. Then copy that, duplicate it under, and then make both of the ones at the end zeros. And then you're gonna copy it, and then you're gonna repeat it one more time. So your script should look like that. If you need to, pause now, and yeah. So now, when we click run, it should go back and forth, flash, flash, back and forth, flash, flash. So oh gosh. Okay, so, oh yeah, so if it's going like that, just copy the script where it goes back and forth and paste it maybe like twice. So copy both of the things where it goes back and forth like that. And now if we try it, it should go back and forth, flash, flash, back and forth, flash, flash. See, it's working. And the back is also working. It's doing its job. Alright, so by the way, if your terracotta is like not necessarily being not being too bright, I'm not sure if this will work with a lot of cars because it's worked with me before. But basically, let me ununion these. So I'm gonna separate these and then make the color brighter. Okay, and then union them and then name them to B1. And then there we go. See, now they're a little bit brighter. So, and if you want your blues to also be brighter, just separate them, click on the color, make them really, really bright, union them, and then just name them back to the thing they were. And boom. So that's how you practically make a police car. All the scripts and everything, yeah. So the more parts that you add, so for example, the more parts that you add to your thing, so for example, say you're doing the front light bar as a whole, like, script, the more parts that you add to the front light bar, the more you're going to have to add on to your script, just saying. And that's how you make a cop car, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the video, I'd love if you left a like. You don't necessarily have to subscribe, but that would be really appreciated. Drop any suggestions of what I should do next in the comments below. And yeah, I'll see you people in the next time. And not in the next time. I'll see you people next time. See ya.